Hey guys, I've been asked a lot lately about how do you know that Mounjaro's for you? How do you know a weight loss drug is for you? Wegovy, whatever, Ozempic, whatever you decide to do. How do you know it's for you? Well, I've got a couple of suggestions. Let's check it out. What I like to do is I like to go to old tried and true, a positive and negative chart. So on this side of my paper, I've got a negative line. On this side, I've got a positive line. I draw a line down the middle. So on each side, I weigh the pros and the cons about this medicine. For me, what I did with Mounjaro, I started thinking about all the positives. So that means what all can this medicine help me with, possibly help me with. I'm not saying it's a cure all, and some people it doesn't work and you have to find a different way, but this worked for me. And so I wrote down like my high blood pressure on this side. I wrote down my high cholesterol on this side. I wrote down my good cholesterol was low over here. Things like that. Things like health related, like I would feel tired all the time because I was so heavy. I didn't do things that I like to do. Like when we'd go to Disney World, I wouldn't like go really fast to a certain thing because I'd be like, oh, I'm so tired and thinking about what I'm going to eat. And that may sound strange to some people, but if you're starting out and you're thinking, all I think about all the time is food, or if you've done this for a while and you're thinking, that's right, I remember when all I'd think about was food. All I think about is what I'm going to eat next. What am I going to eat? That's how you plan your day. That's how I plan my day is what am I going to eat next? Not what am I going to do? What can I get done in this amount of time? So for me, that was on my list. I wanted to do more, to get more out of life. That was on my positive list. My negative list, my number one negative, this is going to sound funny to some people, was a shot. Your girl is a shot weenie today, and I take a shot every week of Mounjaro. I'm a shot weenie. I can't help it. Always have been. I went in last week for a colonoscopy, cried like a baby when I started getting my IV, and it was fine. I'm just a shot weenie. I told the lady going in, look, I'm going to cry. I'm a shot weenie. This is how this works. So that's on my negative. That was my number one negative, actually. Number two, I'd heard horror stories about people getting sick. So that made me think, oh crap, do I really want to do this? Because I do not like throwing up. Again, throw up weenie. Add that to shot weenie list. So I don't like doing that. So I was trying to stay away from getting sick. Ended up, I really only get sick a little bit, not much. Usually the first, like after the first 8 hours, for about 8 hours, I feel a little iffy. But I've got some stuff in place now that I really, in fact, I'll just show you real quick. I've got one on hand here. Um, these are my pink stork. They're little like ginger candies. You guys. So I've got two kinds. I've got a peppermint and a raspberry ginger. And the peppermint's for when I'm really feeling sick. And the raspberry is for I'm a little sick, but I really like the taste of the candy. So that to me is a go-to. Love it, hands down. But so that hasn't been an issue. But that's what I would do. If I were you and I were starting, and I've been doing this for a year and a half now, I've been on Mounjaro. Love it. It's a miracle drug for me. It's worked hands down. I would make a positive and a negative chart. And I would come up with all the reasons that you can think of. Do your research. You want you to look into it. This is a major life decision, so you so need to look into this. But guys, just take your time with this. This is something that can change your life forever. It's changed my life for the better immensely, like crazy how much it's changed my life for the better. I can't tell you that's how much. I can't even tell you how much. So for me, it was so worth it. So worth it. Now there's still different things I need to work on, like my planning. That's my next video. Planning. Um, but everything else, like my positive negative chart, my positive on my trying Mounjaro far outweighed my negative. So I really was happy I did that. So if you are just now starting your Mounjaro, your Wegovy, your Ozempic, any kind of journey, or thinking about it, if you're considering it, it's worth considering. But you need to do what's right for you. Everybody's adventures in life are different. Everybody's health is different. Everybody handles things different. Everybody's blood work's different. Everything. So you need to do what's good for you. Talk with your doctor. See what they say about it. But it's worth looking into. But for me, it was a positive and negative chart. So let me know what you guys did. How'd you come to the decision? How can you help others make the decision, whether it's positive, whether it's negative? This is a big deal. This is life changing. So how did it do for you? Positive, negative work for me. Bye, guys. See you later.